right here. Social media got 22-year-olds wanting to off themselves because they don't make six figures or drive a 7 Series. Stuff is terrible. Below that, it says got women thinking you can afford a Chanel bag. If you can't afford a Chanel bag, you're doing bad in life and offer them nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Got dudes thinking a good 9 to 5 is slavery. Nobody likes their body. Nobody likes their home. Just a mass group of people wanting what others have or pretend to have. And in the middle, Seraphy wrote, I love my childhood. Y'all new kids in your teens and 20s got a lot of pressure on y'all for stuff that ain't real.
Okay, couple of things I'm gonna correct you on real quick. That's Safari.
Oh,
That's
okay, my bad.
name
I ain't in the thing, man. I don't be knowing.
Listen, man. That's he's a reality guy. He was dated Nicki Minaj for a while, but he got his own businesses and things like that he does too. So
okay.
I'm not gonna down the man. He make no money tonight.
Hey, sir, my bad, sir. Right. I don't follow social media like that. My bad. I didn't mean to mispronounce your name. You're doing great things. We love you.
But he's not wrong. He's not wrong about any of the stuff in that meme, man. It's pretty bad out here.
Yeah,
it's people who are it's young people who are accomplishing things on schedule or ahead of schedule who still feel like they ain't where they're supposed to be.
That's right.
You know, my daughter just graduated from college at age 20 in 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, I don't know if I'm where I'm supposed to be in my career. Ma'am, you already ahead of 50% of people in the world.
Yeah.
Where you supposed to be at? You know, you ahead of me because you got a degree. I don't have a degree. Yeah. You already ahead of me, ma'am. I don't know where you think you're supposed to be. I don't know. You thought you're supposed to roll out of college with a $100,000 job day one, right? It's like they're supposed to be at your graduation with a job offer for you. I don't know.
Yeah.
But you're doing well. You're doing well, ma'am. You're ahead of the curve. You're working. You're paying your own bills at age 20. You're doing pretty well.
That's right.
But that's it was just weird that you did that, and then this is the conversation I had with her, and I'm like, wow. And this is a young lady who's done everything right.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, I think it's common to think that you're not doing what you're supposed to when you strive to always do well. Because that's something I had to get over. You know, I always felt that I should be further along in life. I should be doing this or doing that. And then I got to the realization I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we always compare ourselves to everybody else.
Yep.
And that was the deadly thing about social media, because it makes what everybody else is doing front and center. And you can see it, or at least what they putting out there for you to see.
Yep. That's the big part. That's another thing about social media. Social media is no different than controlled opposition. It's organized. Okay. It's well placed. It's schemed out. Nobody's posting their life exactly how it is. And it's so funny because everyone knows this. You ever gone somewhere with a group of people? How many pictures y'all taking before they post one?
Yeah.
You know, it's you done took the picture from 17 pictures from 22 different poses.
That's it.
And they post one picture. You ever had a girl ask you to hold her? Hey, can you take my picture real fast? There's nothing real fast about that process.
Oh, no, they don't like. Let me see it first.
Yeah, let me see it. Do one from do a low angle, do a high angle. Can you get me from the right? I won't. Hey, listen, girl, I didn't know, ma'am. No, don't give me your phone. You're not gonna like this picture.
Hey. Put your arm around. Let me put my arm around you. Come on.
Yeah.
That's what it's gonna be. I'm gonna line it up first. There we go.
So you're not seeing the real. You are seeing the best day, the best day of the best week of the best month of the best year of that person's life.
The best moment, because the picture ain't nothing but a couple seconds.
Right. That's all you see. You don't even know what else that person been through on that day.
Mm-hmm.
And if you see somebody all of a sudden successful, and all you've ever seen is their success, is because they had their head down for years before it.
Say it, bro. Say it.
Everybody here for the party, nobody here for the setup. I work in events. When it's time to set up for these parties, ain't nobody there but us. You know? But when the party going on, it's hundreds of people.
Yeah.
Hundreds of people there. We send little 5 and 6 man crews out there to set the party up. Do all the work. But when it's party time, it's 200 and 300 people at the party.
That's right.
So nobody there for the setup. It's lonely when you're setting up.
Yeah, you don't know. We don't know. I mean, take, Jordan. Ain't nobody was out there when Jordan was shooting them free throws late at night, or when Kobe was doing this thing, or the stuff they had to tell themselves to keep going.
The Kobe workout stories are legendary. I don't even like Kobe. I was never a Kobe fan. People are like, oh, you can't say that Kobe did. I was never a Kobe fan. I'm not a Kobe fan now. But the respect level I have for the effort and the work that man put in, it has turned me into a bit of a fan.
That's right. Oh, you're a fan of him as the man. Now him as the player is a different thing.
Right. I was like, whoa, I didn't know he would put that kind of work in. And you know what really started making me pay attention to Kobe? The show he had on ESPN Plus called Detail. Kobe Bryant, and the way he was breaking down every step and every moment and every move of a player. And like, you know how much time and energy you got to put in?
What? The eye for detail.
That's why it was called Detail. You know how much work you got to put on your own game to start being a pay attention to somebody else's at that level? How much you have to care about something else? There's a thing called the zone. Anybody who plays sports and that stuff has heard of the zone. I believe Kobe's one of those people that managed to extend his entire life to the zone.
Oh, well, let me now it's a book about that too.
Okay.
It's from Michele, something start with a G, but anyway, it's called the flow state. Scientists call it the flow state.
Okay.
And what the flow state is where you can make your body and mind enter the zone.
Yes.
And in the book, it tell you where it come from and how to do it.
Oh, wow.
And you could, and you see it happening. You know, when you enter the zone, when you're doing something, but time is not a factor, like the whole day go by, you in the flow state. They call it the flow state of mind. So you can put yourself in that.
Okay.
But you have to know yourself to know what does it. Like for me, when I hit my flow state, I'm, doing a doctoral study. So I hit my flow state when I'm writing, but to make myself do it, I have to listen to music with a certain tempo and a certain beat. And then I have to breathe in a certain way, and bam, I'm there. I hit it. Playing ball, bowling, any of that stuff for me. Well, actually mine go like when, I speak regularly. I speak at the church. I'm, person deliver the sermons. My flow state hit when I stand in front of people and I take 3 deep breaths. And at the end of that 3rd breath, bam, I'm in it.
Right.
So you could do that to yourself. But you know what? I talked about this topic last week, man, and I got some of the notes I pulled up. And this was, it was a couple things about this that I said, and I wrote it down. It was 2 aspects, the nature of social media and mental health.
That's a big one.
This is, I'm going to say the mental health one because I got a little short video from her brother, man, that I really respect a lot. I like real short. But when I researched this thing, right, with social media and the 22-year-olds that Safari, right?
Yeah.
Okay, dude. Bro, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
All right.
I'm sorry. I don't want to mess your name up because I'm assuming that's him in the picture.
Yeah, that's him in the picture.
Oh, my bad, bro. My bad, man. We love you. I love you. I do. But what Safari was talking about, man. All right. what I found is that this comes from Forbes, right? Most adults, 18 to 24, they consume the most social media. And this is why I trust the Forbes on this stuff, because they provide news for businesses and advertisers.
Right.
It's not going to be laced with stuff that's going to gaslight folks and be false. It's truth, so they can do their businesses.
Right.
Right. So they market to these people directly. That's what social media does. And the addictive state of it got us believing that we supposed to have this stuff. So I pulled up the census data, right? And I wish I had this thing now. Because it said if they don't make six figures or drive a seven series, it's bad. The median household income in the United States, this is household between two people.
Right. Household. Is one person, two people, whatever, just household. Okay.
$67,521, $68,000 a year is the median household income.
Right.
If you're single, it's $42,000.
Right.
How can you make six figures and drive a 7 Series if you're making $42,000? And as a matter of fact, if you're 22, you're probably making $20-some thousand.
Right.
It's it's not possible.
It goes to say that the lack of realism in social media.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of it's not based in actual, in actual society, in the actual world, what we're really doing. The desires of people and what's actually happening don't line up.
Mm-hmm.
And we've gotten so out of whack to now people are really unhappy with their life if it doesn't line up with these illustrious goals. And it doesn't, and they're so caught up and stuck in their devices, they don't even look around. Mm-hmm. Most of the cats driving 700 series and making six figures is 50 years old.
Yeah.
That's who got 700 series and making six figures and all that. Most of those guys are 50 years old. They put in 25 years of work.
Yes.
Most of those guys are 45 plus 50 years old. That's just the way it is. It takes time to build a career. Most of us, whatever even those of us who went to college and have degrees, don't work in what they went to college and have a degree in.
No.
You come out, go to college, get a degree, you start working, you realize, either I don't like this, or I'm not good at this, or I think this is really what I really want to do. All of that stuff is basically saying you have the ability to learn and process information.
That's right.
It's not saying this is what you're going to do forever. I mean, if you want to go to school for this or that, go to school, get a degree in it, and maybe you'll love it. But don't think you may go through 2 or 3 or 4 iterations of who you're going to really be before you really get to your money. Most people, highest earning years is 40 to 60.
Yeah, that's it. A man don't start making money till he hit 45.
Right. So just young people, put your head about the phone. Young men, young women, pick your head about the phone, look around, and it's not hard to see. What did you say? Median household income, two people for 67,000. Emphasis on the 2 people.
Say it again, bro. Say it again.
Relationships matter.
Mm-hmm.
Relationships matter.
Yeah.
Household income improves with 2 people. 2 people, 1 house. Money split better.
Mm-hmm.
Just does. Relationships matter. So, hey,
but a big thing is, man, contentment. Now, I'm going to hook this into something I said in the other broadcast about money being a measurement and not a goal.
Right.
And likening that with contentment. In this example, money and stuff is the goal.
Right.
And that's why these people having these issues when they're not meeting a goal. Because how you going to keep on going on if you feel like you're always a failure?
Right.
No matter what you do. But there's no conceivable way. No, the odds are very slim that as a 22-year-old, you can make enough money to buy a 7 Series. And if you do buy one, it's going to be 20 years old and it ain't going to run right anyway.
It's not realistic for you to even try to get you one at 22 years old, unless you are in those rare extreme situations where you like an NFL player, a college, a basketball player, or something like that. Other than that, you probably shouldn't even be trying to invest in nothing like that at 22.
You know, out of the millions of people on earth, I think 150,000 of them are entertainers and athletes that make that kind of money.
Right.
Out of millions, that's like 1.5%.
Yeah.
So out of 10 people, one of y'all gonna definitely be a millionaire, and somebody gonna be halfway there.
I think you got the math wrong on that. I think that's 0.15%.
So let me change that.
Yeah.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Out of 100 people, one of y'all gonna be a millionaire.
Yes. You're right, man. Good looking out on that one. So that make it even more realistic.
Right.
Even more realistic. One of y'all gonna be a millionaire and be famous, and somebody gonna be kind of all right, halfway there. The rest of us gonna be normal. But contentment.
There's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong with having a decent income, taking care of your family, living good.
Yeah.
Listen, we all know none of us grew up. I understand. None of us grew up saying, "Oh, I just want to go work a regular job." Nobody grew up saying that.
No.
But the other side of that is there's a lot of folks that work regular jobs that are doing pretty damn well for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that a dentist? It's some well-paid dentists out here.
I always told my kids that they need to be the dentist, but they don't want to do it.
You know? Yeah. I mean, let's. You ever met a guy that does? You ever been an aviation mechanic?
Yeah.
He pulling out $90,000, $100,000 a year.
Mm-hmm.
He living a good life.
That's right.
So don't get caught up in time.
What you said though, good life, is the key. You know, and for me, because you talked about it earlier, man. I mean, I'm an educator.
Yeah.
I don't make as much money as a lot of people out there.
Right.
But guess what though? I ain't got to go back to work till January. And I'd have been off a week already.
He didn't have to get COVID to experience that. I had to get COVID to get my time off.
You know what I'm saying? So it's other things there that's important.
Yeah.
You know, time. I was able to see my kids grow up. I was there when they say, "Daddy, I need help with math." I was here.
There's a guy named Jordan Peterson. Another book we should put on the list.
Oh yeah, 12 Rules of Life.
Right. I was watching a video on YouTube that he did. He said after $65,000 a year, the quality of life doesn't change for another $100,000. The quality of life doesn't change that much until you get till you make another $100,000.
Yeah.
So all of that other stuff is gray space. That's gray area. You know, that's one vacation versus two vacations in a year. All of y'all going to the same spots. You just one person go twice, and one of y'all
go once.
That's it. That's the difference we talk about.
But you know what though?
You talk about a Honda versus a Lexus. That's it.
Or a Camry versus a Lexus. They the same car.
The same car.
One got leather and one don't.
That's it. That's what we're talking about. This what y'all. We people out here killing themselves hours wise to go from a Camry to a Lexus.
Yeah.
That's all we're talking about. We're talking about going to Dominican Republic for 5 days or 7 days.
Same thing.
One of us going for 5, one of us going for 7.
But I'm gonna tell you what happened though. See, a lot of folks, they don't have the training or the mentality to handle that much money. Because there's folks out there that'll make $100,000 a year
and blow it,
and they hold all their bills gonna end up $100,000 a year. So let's say if they make $10,000 a month, right? That's $120,000 a year. But between the house and the cars and everything else, you spending $9,000. So you living off $1,000 a month, and guess what? You just like me.
That's why I said the quality of life. The quality of life doesn't change that much because you still living damn near paycheck to paycheck, or you living maxed out on your bills. Okay,
credit cards.
Yeah, we all I could afford was the Honda. You got the Lexus. Okay, cool. All I could afford was the Camry. You got Lexus. Okay, cool. But end of the day, end of the day, walk around money, disposable income, we got the same $500 in our pocket.
That's right. And you know what? I mean, and that comes part of being wise. And I'm gonna give a shout out to my wife again. Because in our whole, we've been married 18 years, going on 19. And she's been the main one, you know, with the vacations and stuff like that. Cause you know me, I'm stingy. I'll be like, we ain't going, I'll just stay home. We ain't going to see nothing. We ain't going no way. Cause I want to keep that money in my pocket. But you know, she plans this stuff. And she's able to make we can save money.
Right.
And do the same things as somebody that would have made more can do and not have bills afterwards.
Right.
So there is a way to do these things when you're older, but you got to be smart about it. And if you're 22, just wait. 48 Laws of Power talk about time. That's coming. Oh, man.
Yeah. Look. And I understand. We people like everybody else. Mm-hmm. Young people. I know it's in your face.
Right.
I know it's in your face. I know they every day you pick up the phone, you know, this young lady, she jet setting all over the world, but you don't know who dime that's on.
No.
This young man, he Gucci from head to toe, but you don't know how he got that money. You know.
That's the only outfit he got.
Yeah.
That's the only one.
You don't post it once a month because he spent all the money to one fly.
Go nowhere else.
You know, he ain't doing nothing.
You know what? I saw.
She at the same gas station.
Ain't nothing going. I saw somebody talk about, I don't remember if it was on TikTok or somewhere else, but they was like, man, I wouldn't want to wear designer clothes because you can't wear it number one time. How you look walking on the red carpet, you got the Gucci outfit on, but you can't wear it to the next event because everybody done seen it.
That's why the black suit, the best suit. You don't know when I got that black suit. I can wear that 3 or 4 movie events for anybody even notice.
It's generic, man. That's why Steve Jobs, man. I read the
switch that shirt
long time ago, the Steve Jobs biography.
Yeah,
you can learn from any and everything. There's 2 lessons I learned from him. The first lesson was he had a uniform. You ever notice Steve Jobs? You go back, black turtleneck.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah,
because it takes too much effort and time to be trying to plan outfits, and that's time you could be using to do something else.
Right.
And the other thing I learned, man, pay attention to the details. When he made the Mac for the first time, they had to paint the cases black. He spent extra money to paint the inside of the cases black because he was like, you know, we do things all the way. And if they ever open the case and look in it, they're going to see that we was thorough in what we do. And that's how we need to be. Be thorough in everything you do and stop wasting time and effort worrying about stuff that don't matter.
Yep.
Like driving a 7 Series. You're going to be mad when you pull up and them oil changes be a couple $100.
Got to get that A&B
Nobody say
service.
nothing about that.
Got to get that A&B service.
You can't do nothing.
Listen. Look, I like nice stuff just as much as the next man. I'm just imploring to the young people. Nobody expects you to have it all figured out at 22 and 25 years old. Mm-mm. You are not failing. You are not nothing. You are not a loser or any of that stuff because you don't have 5 and you don't have 6 and 7 figures in your bank account at 25 years old. Because if you really stop, young people, really stop, pull your head up out the phone, walk around outside and look around and pay attention to the old dude.
Uh-huh.
And look around and pay attention to the old dude and pay attention to these people. You will realize all the people who really got something, they 50 years old.
That's it.
It took time for them to earn it and make it. You will go out there and you will see a couple of people, young, living kind of high life. One of them is a rich man's son.
That's right. The
other one is a soldier. He just got a fancy car. That's the half.
Hey, that's what it is. That's exactly what it is.
He just got a fancy car. So just chill out. It's coming. Do the work. Do the work. There's nothing in this country. One thing for sure, you will never get something for nothing. You got to put some work in. You got to put some effort in. Sweat equity still pays.
Man, I want to jump to something else I noticed in this thing.
Okay.
Got dudes thinking a good 9 to 5 is slavery.
Yep.
Nothing wrong with working a regular job.
Okay, first off, he said it correctly. He said a good 9 to 5 is slavery. Because a bad 9 to 5, I can understand how you could feel like that's slavery. But to feel like a good 9 to 5 is slavery, you shouldn't feel like that. Now, do I understand how a young person in the world we live in could look at a man like myself or yourself and say, man, y'all put in all them hours and you don't make but such and such? Okay, you're right. But I don't look over my shoulder. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to put on for nobody. I get up in the morning, I go do my job, I do my job well. I did it for the folks that they're gonna pay me a certain amount. I accepted that. Now, if I get to a point where that amount is no longer enough, now I move up. But that whole time, I'm taking all of those skills that I'm learning. Every time I get a chance to do something different, every time I get a chance to have a different conversation, all of those skills, all of those ideas, I'm taking and moving on to the next thing in my life. So think what you want to think about me, but I'm going to be the 50-year-old dude that's driving the 7 Series.
7 Series. But I'm going to tell you this,
that
man.
you dreaming about.
That's right. But look at this, though, man. I have been this person.
Yeah.
You know, when I was in college, I had an internship at an accounting firm. And I was like, I'm not going to sit here and do this for no $30,000 a year. This was back in 2000, 2001. So I would think that. But back then, that was good money. But what people don't realize is that you have to go through it. You got to go through steps. You don't jump from the bottom to the top.
Correct.
So guess what? You're going to have to work them 9 to 5s. Or if you don't, then what? You're going to gamble everything on something that has a low probability of working, like being a rapper. Oh, I shouldn't have said that out loud. My bad.
Well, listen. And look, I'm not one to shoot nobody's dreams down.
No.
But if you want to be a rapper, you got to have some income to start that train to rolling.
And paying for studio time.
Yeah, it takes money to get that ball rolling too. Where you think you're gonna get it from? You think you're gonna record some low quality stuff in your house and play it on your Facebook page, and now somebody gonna just happen to pluck you out and you're gonna be a star? That's not how it works anymore.
Exactly.
You're gonna have to put thousands of your own money into you.
Yep.
Build your own brand, build yourself, and push yourself. And that's going to take money. It's going to take income. And you're going to have to get it from somewhere.
You know what? Think about this and I know you read or listened to this audio book, man, the Will Smith book.
Oh, yeah.
Now, remember in the beginning when he talked about, like, before they became famous, how they bought that equipment with that group? He had to go to his dad's shop and all of them went there and bagged ice.
Yeah.
He worked a 9 to 5 to finance the other thing. To buy the equipment so they can continue to make music. So a 9 to 5 is not slavery. It's not, but it's to the point where nobody want to do it.
It's a stepping stone. Now, do I understand, as the current economy is, does it make sense for a 22-year-old to go and work at the fast food place? No, because they can do gig work and make themselves more money and have more of their time to themselves. So I understand that.
But you got to be smart about that too.
Got to be smart about that too. But you got to go get that money. You got to go get it from somewhere. And I never promote doing illegal activity. So you got to go work. You got to go do some work and still take work and effort. Any way you slice it, it take work. I'm not saying you got to go work at Wendy's.
Look. I'm
not telling you that. Now that could work out for you too. But I'm not saying you have to go work at Wendy's. I'm saying you got to go get it from someplace. You got to put some work and effort and energy in. So
you know what I'm gonna tell them? I'm gonna tell them to go work at the fast food place, make them $15 an hour, and on your off days, then you drive.
Do the gig
because
work.
you still got to pay for the gas in the car and all of that.
So, like I said, it takes work. If you want it bad enough, you giving, especially when you're young, giving 8 hours to a job and then 4 more hours to something else, and then giving 4 to 6 hours to yourself on whatever it is you're working on, ain't nothing. It ain't nothing. I remember when I was 18, 19, 20, 21 years old, sleep was optional.
Mm-hmm.
Now, was I doing the right thing with my time? No. I was bull jiving, but I was up. I was doing a lot of the wrong stuff, but I was up. I remember I didn't sleep no more than 4 hours a day on purpose. So I had stuff to do. Was it the right thing? No. Was I wasting a lot of time chasing women? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm 40 years old with a college graduate. So,
hey, but she a blessing though. Your lady, we love you too.
But I'm gonna be honest. we out here being honest. So
yeah.
The time is there. It's what you do with it.
Yeah, that's true.
It's more than one way to get there.
But I'm just encouraging folks to reframe what they think success is, and to also put in their mind how they gonna get there. Like I said, the example I said, go work the Wendy's, go work Chick-fil-A. They paying $15 an hour. You might get 8 hours, but you guarantee that 8, and you could probably get some health insurance out of it. Then you go work your gig economy outside of that. Because I'm gonna tell you what I did. What I did as a older man with a family to support. I got to support my family off my salary. I'm doing that. But all this equipment and stuff I got in here, gig economy. See? So I would go work at the school, then turn my app on. I ran and did this and that, made thousands of dollars and bought all this stuff so I could be here right now trying to help you out.
Made it happen. Gotta make it. You gotta make it happen one way or the other. And you right, 9 to 5 is slavery. That 8-hour job is a part-time job. If you don't believe me, do the math. Do the math. 8 hours a day, 5 days a week.
Yep.
40 hours. 40 hours. How many hours in a week?
24 times 7.
24 times 7. It's a part-time job.
168.
168. It's a part-time job. You got 128 hours left. It's a part-time job.
You got more. You got more in there.
Hours left. It's a part-time job. Okay, I'm gonna give you 2 hours a day for getting up in the morning and getting back and forth to work. All right, so now you're down to 118 hours.
Hey,
let's say you sleep 6. That's 24. Okay, you sleep in 6. That's 6. That's 42. You still got 7. You still got 66 hours left. What you gonna do with them?
We waste time doing a lot of things. I tell folks, man, to use the in-between.
Yeah.
And you might ask what the in-between is. The in-between is the time in between of you doing other stuff. So for example, my in-between was when I go from home to work. Yep. Your in-between, when you go from home to work, what do you do in your in-between? You feeding your brain information with these audio books.
Correct.
That's what you're doing with the in-between. While you waiting, what I used to do while I'm waiting in line, I'll be writing, what my goals are, what the next plan is going to be. Doing stuff like being constructive, use every minute of your time and be intentional. I can't say that enough. Yep. We are not intentional enough. We just do whatever. And we just like being lazy, sitting around, watching football all day and TV. But you can do both. When they call a timeout, then you do something else.
Exactly.
You like do that.
It's a part-time job, people.
Yeah.
What you doing with the hours? There's a lot of them left. When you start breaking it down by the math, it's just like a budget. A lot of us complain we don't have enough money, but when you do the budget, you realize how much money you're wasting, how much money you blowing out the window. The same thing with time. Time is money, and money is time. Shout out to Bruce Bailey.
Oh,
been putting that in my head since I was a little boy. Shout out to Bruce Bailey. Time is money, and money is time, and that's something I didn't understand fully until I became a salary employee.
Yeah.
Hey. Think about it different when you become a salary employee. You're like, hey, hold on now. I got to stay with y'all.
Nope. I ain't taking no work home either.
Nope.
If I'm gonna do it all here, and that is it.
That's it.
Don't be calling me. I ain't answering no phone. See, but I want to talk about one more thing, man.
Okay.
At the bottom, before we move to the next point. Now, oh shoot, what I was gonna say. We was talking about entrepreneurialism. Because they say 9 to 5, so everybody want to be an entrepreneur, but they don't understand. They have no earthly idea what goes into that, because if you don't want to work a 9 to 5, but guess what? When you own your own business, you work at 9 to 9. And I'm not talking about 9A to 9P. I'm talking about 9P to 9P. Yeah. You own the clock all the time. And the money ain't what you think it's going to be.
Okay. You want to own your own business. I absolutely understand. That is my next iteration, is to have my own. But I've spent the last 20 years of my life learning how to run one.
That's right.
Seeing what's good and bad that these different companies do. Don't look at those 9 to 5 jobs as slavery or whatever. These are your learning opportunities.
That's right.
You learn that company did that. That's a great idea. This company did this. That's a good idea. Oh, they doing that. That's a bad idea.
Yeah.
You meet people, the other employees, you know what to look for and what not to look for in employees. Because everybody gonna sell you that same dream. Oh, I want to work hard, I'm dedicated. And then you get them on the job and ask them to stay an hour late, and oh man, I got things to do.
But they were trying to dodge you and slip out the door. But what I'm saying though is that know what you're getting into before you say that's what you want. Because everybody not cut out to have their own business. It's okay to work a 9 to 5.
It is.
Because if you're running your own business, it's a lot you need to know about. And this is why a lot of businesses fail, because people only know about the thing that they're good at, but they don't know about all the backroom stuff that go with it.
Listen, just because you know how to bake a cake don't mean you need to open a bakery. You might just need to be the cake baker at the bakery.
Because you don't have to worry. And I got a partner, man. And I'm gonna bring him on the show. Because he's a positive fella, man. I've seen him grow over the past few years. And I want to get him on about setting goals. But anyway, he's a barber. And what he did is he had his mobile barber business. He had a website set up. You make the appointment. He comes to your house, cut your hair. He going, man, I had loved it. But he moved to an actual barber shop. And he said that, I asked him, man, how'd you get here? And he was like, man, I just, I always want to open my own shop, and I was looking for spots, but then they asked me to come on with them. So I came over here because I don't have to worry about all of the overhead. I don't have to worry about the licenses. I don't have to worry about none of that stuff. I just get my people to come in here, and guess what? I'm still going to do mobile barbering. You know what I'm saying?
It's several levels to everything. That's why money can't be the goal.
Say it again, bro. Say it again.
That's why it's measurement, because the goal has to be, like you said before, contentment.
Yeah, being content.
I want to be content and happy with my life. Do we all need money to survive? Absolutely. That's the world we live in. But it can't be the be-all, end-all to your happiness. So if this man can run his own mobile business when he wants to on his time and be in the chair, at the barbershop, most barbers, the good ones, they doing appointments now anyway. They book.
Yep, that's what he do.
So they set their own schedule. You your own man anyway. But like my barber, I know right now I better schedule my appointment for next. I'm scared to schedule because I took my normal schedule because of the COVID. So I'm not going in. But I got to get out there because he booked up.
Yeah.
So it's more than one way to skin a goose, but don't ever discredit the value in experience.
Yes.
That's the biggest issue. A lot of these young people they don't put any value in experience.
Yeah, you're right.
And I'm just saying, I know y'all smart. I know you capable, and I know y'all got out the world at your fingertips, and y'all know how to use it better than I do. But there's value in experience. There's value in getting up, getting on the schedule, Be in a certain place at a certain time, because it forces you to have some structure and build some structure in your life. So when you do get your own company, which I hope you do, young man, young woman, I hope you get your own company. When you get to that point, you can have some structural things in place to help your company be successful. Because you're not going to be able to fly by the seat of your pants all the time. You're gonna miss one of them opportunities flying by the seat of your pants without having the proper structure in place.
That's right.
And how big you are is somebody else bigger than you.
That's right. And I mean, like I said, it's not for everybody. And if it's not for you, then be okay with just doing a regular job. You know, that's okay. Or guess what? You can still do both. You can have both at the same time. You can work a 9 to 5 to finance your livelihood and also whatever your side gig is. Like I tell you now, man, I keep talking about my wife. I love her dearly. You know, she's into making a t-shirts thing right now. So she has her regular job at the hospital doing that stuff, but she come home, turn on that heat press, and those shirts going.
Yeah.
they run it.
Listen,
so she's doing both.
What is it? You're not tired. You're not motivated. You aren't tired. You're not motivated. It's all to it. You know,
man.
Right now, I'm sitting up here, coronavirus. I'm here. I probably technically should be laid up on the couch, wrapped up, but I felt like too much time went by since I did this. I'm home.
We got to do it.
I'm home. I got the time. Do I feel 100%? No. Am I low key? If I turn around right now, y'all laughing because my back's sweating. Yes. Ooh, so what?
Hey.
But I'm here and I'm working on it and I'm doing what I need to do because I want to get better at this. I want to give y'all a better program.
Yeah.
You got to build content to have content.
That's right. Got to do it.
So we here and we doing this. We want to hear from y'all. So all that being said, be comfortable where you are.
Hey, all right. So I got one more thing, man. One more thing concerning this.
Okay.
Because I want to touch on this. I talked about mental health earlier.
Yep.
So I got this brother here, man. I'm going to show you a snippet of his video. We're going to talk about it real quick.
Okay. All right. Let's see what we got.
Let me share the screen. All right. Here we sharing audio. All right. So this brother here is Nelson Counseling.
Okay.
I saw him come on somebody else live streaming. He broke down some stuff that was happening, and I was like, "Oh, hold on." And I started watching this content. Yeah, he for real. He a licensed counselor, and the title of this video is "What Leads Black Men to Narcissistic Behaviors."
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna play it. I think it's like a minute or two, and he's gonna talk about it. Hopefully, I got the right one because I played it last week, but we're gonna go to it. Let's see what we got.
What's going on,
Can you hear it?
everybody?
Yeah.
Last week, we started talking about low self-esteem. And today, I want to focus on low self-esteem again, but I want to focus on it in Black men. You see, last week I did a little short film that was focused on a young Black man who was interested in this girl. He goes to her house, tries to talk to her, and she plays him out. She slams the door in his face, and then he's really hurt by it, goes to his therapist and starts lying about the experience in order to try to make himself seem bigger than he was. What the main point of that was is that being hurt in those types of ways and having it unchecked or not having somebody to guide you and talk it through with you can lead to long-lasting emotional scars. So what happens when you have a young person, a young Black man that has been hurt so many times, that now has low self-esteem, and they're now growing into a man, and they need to have confidence. They need to be able to kind of navigate this life, and they want to be somebody that's looked at and is respected. Well, they start looking at other people that personify that. And unfortunately, they start to look at rappers, entertainers, sports figures and icons, things like that. And the problem with that is, which people don't really talk about, is a lot of these artists and these people in these high positions are narcissists. Look at it. Look at your favorite artist. Everything is about style. Everything is about core values of a narcissist: money, power, and respect. Everything is kind of formed based on that. Rappers are always throwing money all over the place, showing the cars they got, showing all the women that's around them. Sports figures, it's the same thing. They all show those three things in different ways. And so you have our young people, our young Black men are now looking at that and taking those aspects, and they're looking at that as confidence. They're misunderstanding that as a confident person, and they are modeling their own ego, their own persona after that. So what you have now is a little mini narcissist in the making, because their core values are money, power, and respect. And narcissists are great at manipulating people. So think about a Black man now that manipulates a woman in order to be able to sleep with them.
So I'm gonna pause it right there, because he was getting into something that didn't apply to what we're saying. But what he was saying though is that look at the people we looking at that go back to the meme we just posted. You know, they're looking at these people and taking on those traits, and it leads to mental health issues.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I think he had another video. I got to find it, but regardless, when our young people think they being off bad and they want to try to get better, they looking at all these superstars and stuff like that, trying to get there, and they modeling their behaviors, and they're slowly destroying what we have. So I thought that what he was saying was definitely a good thing, you know?
Yes. And that also goes back to the Kanye video about our culture.
That's right.
This is who we celebrate in our culture. I've said this before. Black men have some of the worst PR. You know.
That's right.
Because even the people who are doing well, and no discredit to anybody who's an artist or an athlete or whatever, who's doing well and okay, you made your money or whatever. Do I agree with everything you talk about all the time? No. Have I listened to just as much hip hop and rap music as the next person? Absolutely. So
that's right. So
I'm not gonna hate on them or anything like that. Let's one thing we can say: hip hop has made more Black millionaires than probably anything else.
That's true. That's true.
So let's not just defame those guys. But the problem is we don't show the other side of life.
Mm-hmm.
We don't show Black men who own their own business, who might just be a general contractor. Or he might, you never know. The guy cutting your grass might have 100 yards and be making $500,000 a year.
Easy.
So we don't talk about those guys who own the guy, there's the guys that came here and did some work right here in the house I'm living in. This guy's he was doing some work here because he knows the guy, but this guy is industrial plumber. He does industrial plumbing. He, them big giant warehouses. And,
he do all of that.
But manufacturing plants. He does the plumbing for places like that. So you go ahead and start running them numbers in your head. So the unit he pulled up in to do the work here was $100,000 unit because he had to cut into the concrete. The house is old, had a big the old cast iron pipe underneath the basement, had to be cut out from underneath the basement. So we had to bring the big dog stuff in here.
Wow.
Yeah. So we don't talk about these types of people. No one knows. If you don't even think Black people, the people that own all the units in the airport, those are all Black people. Because we made it that, because when Maynard Jackson and them opened the airport, they made it that way. They wanted businesses on. Nobody talks about Mr. Russell, who owns half of Atlanta. We don't talk about those kind of people. The Russell family. We don't talk about them. Herman Russell, he owns half Atlanta. He built the Georgia Pacific building. We don't talk about them. Michael Lee Chain, who used to run AIG, we don't talk about him. He's a billionaire now. We don't talk about these people. We know about P. Diddy. We know about Dr. Dre. But we don't talk about the guys who just regular, who unknown, not celebrities.
Right.
There's a lot of ways to get to it. So if you a young black man and the only people you see successful are those type of people, you're going to model yourself after the successful people that you see. Because we all want to be successful. You're not trying to be a narcissist. You're not trying to be a bad boyfriend, husband, whatever, as he's about to get into. You're just trying to model yourself after the successful people that you've seen.
That's it. But you have to I said this several times, be intentional.
Yeah.
Be intentional about who you hang around with. Be intentional about what you listen to. Be intentional about what you watch. Because what happens is these young folks, they watch and they consume this stuff and they think that that's how it's supposed to be. So like the doctor said, you know, they emulate those things.
That's what people do. People in general do that. This is who you see as successful. I want to be successful. I need to be them. We need better PR. We need more programs and more platforms of people that are successful, or at least talking to people that are successful that are in a different image, in a different light. But if I'm 12, 13, 14, 15 years old, it's hard for me to have the foresight to look at a 45-year-old man and say, oh, that's success. That's 30 years away. That's twice as many years as I've been alive.
Living.
But I can imagine a 23-year-old, you know, that's close. I'm out of high school in 3 years. That's close. I can imagine being that.
But that's, again, I know we always talk about solutions over here. The solution is we have to teach our children this. We got to show our children this. Right. We got to tell them you can make money doing this, but don't use money to say if you you know, that's not your goal, because you end up in a dead end career or something you really don't like doing because it pay a lot of money, and that's not gonna last.
Well, the issue right now is money isn't most people's goal. The lifestyle is most people's goal.
Oh, go ahead, bro.
The lifestyle is the goal. They want to, hey, just like the meme said, they want to drive in a fancy car. They want to. The men want to sleep with the pretty women. The women want to sleep with the handsome men and the powerful men.
Yeah,
what it is. And we want to go and travel to the exotic places. We all want to do the same thing. But realistically, how do you accomplish it is what's gotten so flawed. And then also people feeling like, oh, I haven't done it by the time I'm 25, so I must be a loser.
Yeah.
Which are just blatantly false. No. But if you don't see grown men, enjoying life, enjoying their families, enjoying their careers, being excited and happy to get up in the morning. Let's be honest with us. How many times do you remember seeing happy adult black male men growing up?
I mean, you know, I see my dad. I had that. I mean, he worked hard. He worked real hard. But when he was home with us, I think he was.
Okay.
But
how many of your friends had two parents in their house?
All of them. Oh. Yeah. See, where I'm from, you know, that was a normal thing. You know what I mean? So even my adult friends that I've had since childhood, they come from two-parent households.
Okay, well, that's because
you know, it's a common
people who come
thing
from the same background tend to stick together.
Yeah.
So, but a lot of kids don't have that.
Oh, I see it all the time.
Now, 70% of the children are in single-parent households.
Single-parent household in the black community.
Right. So if I'm in a single-parent household and everybody in my neighborhood in a single-parent house, I don't see everyday happy, successful men. The only happy and successful men I see are the rappers and the
athletes. That's it.
The athletes and the entertainers, the only happy, successful men I see. So I'm going to model myself after that behavior. I don't want to not be a happy, successful dude. And then most of the information that I get about the regular black men is black men ain't shit.
Yeah, that's it.
So I don't want to be the regular black man anyway.
that's a cycle of self-hatred then, because you start, and I
So
guess
we
that's why I got a soft spot for that, because our boys in this unique position where all they've been hearing is that they're violent, that they're bad, that they're worth nothing, and that decimates someone's self-esteem, and then they try to be the thing that has the power, which is, the men, not the men, but the mothers and the women. They try to take on those traits, or like this, like the brother said on there, they take on the narcissistic traits of what they see in front of them on reality TV and stuff like that.
those are the men they see. Those are the happy and successful men that they see. Everybody's gonna model themselves after the happy and successful people they see. That's why the Cosby's was so important.
Yeah.
Because people got to see a happy and successful Black couple, and had nothing to do with the entertainment industry. One was a doctor, one was a lawyer. They were a happy, successful Black family and couple.
That's it.
That's great PR. Blackish is great PR. The problem is we don't have enough positive Black male PR. It's not hard to figure out. This is happy and successful. I want to be that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be that.
Well, but I think that happy is not in the equation. I think they just want what they think success is. And like you said, chasing the lifestyle.
But that lifestyle look fun.
Yeah, it look fun until you realize the stuff that go with it.
But they don't see any of that. They only see, it's just social media. Once again, we only see the fun.
Mm-hmm.
We only see the good stuff. We only see the positive. We only see the fun.
That's it.
So they're gonna mimic and chase the fun. We got to give them. We can't say, hey, y'all shouldn't do that, and don't give them something else to aspire to.
Yeah, replace it. Replacement behavior.
Right.
And that's our job.
Got to replace the behavior. We will give them, we will show them, we'll give them something to aspire to. We got it, and we have to be it and then show it to them.
Yeah. And you got to change yourself first. You got to improve you first before you can start making change everywhere else.
Yeah.
You have
listen, Black men, start walking around with a smile on your face. I know I was as well. I know we was raised to be hard.
Mm-hmm.
The world is hard and we had to face it hard. The young men and the young women need to see Black men walking around with a smile on their face.
Yeah.
Walk around like you are in control of life, like you're not beat down by it, like it hadn't run you over. Walk around with a smile on your face. I know I'm the same way. I come from the same area. You had to walk around hard all the time.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Stop. It's a flawed, it's a flawed system. It doesn't work.
It don't work.
Our children need to see us be happy and positive and moving forward in life like we can conquer it.
That was, again, I'm referencing 48 Laws of Power again. That was one of the laws of power. Make things appear to be easy. So you don't have to walk around mad all the time. You walk around like it's nothing, like you do this every day.
Every day.
The more you walk around with your head up, the less tired you feel, the less defeated you feel, because you do this every day. Every day,
man. I got this under control. The world beat us down, man. We walk around like the world beating us down. I can understand from a kid's perspective. Like, man, why I want to be that? Why I want to be 40, either single or in a bad relationship, barely scraping by, and nobody knows my name, and nobody's going to remember me. Why would I want to be that? My kids not going to speak about me. My kids don't speak about me fondly. My woman doesn't speak about me fondly. Why would I want to be any of that? So we have to change what we're showing them as men. Yeah. So they can say, man, look, I don't know everything about everything, but man, he got his woman, he got his kids, he got his house, he got his cars, he walk around with a smile on his face. He dress well when he come out the house. He speaks like he knows what he's talking about. I'm comfortable with that life right there. I can live that life.
Peace.
Peace.
That's what peace is.
I can live that life. But you know, if all I ever see is broke jokers and cats that don't have nothing, ain't doing nothing, ain't going nowhere. Hey man, I don't want to. I'm not 15 years old looking forward to that.
No, it got to start with you, man. So I mean, and I'm gonna say, because we got a lot of dads in the Facebook group.
Yeah,
bro, it got to start with you. Everybody want their kids to be something better than them.
Yeah.
The only way to do that is to change you. You change you, then you change them from being you.
Yep.
That's the only way to do it. That's the only way to do it. But we often neglect ourselves. Stop neglecting you. And I'm not saying go and spend all the family money going to buy you Jordans or clothes or whatever else. No, I'm saying invest in yourself. Read some books. Write stuff down. Be intentional. I done said that like 20 times on the podcast. We're gonna talk about that. Yeah. We got a system. I got a system that we're gonna go over. We're gonna review. First of the year. Well, I know we should start now, but first of the year, we're gonna start it. We're gonna review the books and we're gonna talk about some goal setting, and I'm gonna show you how to do it, where you can be successful.
Yep.
Be that.
So all right, America. I'm gonna try my best to wrap this thing up. You know, try to put a nice little bow on it.
Yep. Okay. All right, go ahead. I'm gonna step to the side. Let me mute myself.
Okay. All right. So first off, back to Kanye. If you watch from the beginning, we started off with the Kanye video. I like the very first thing out of his mouth was, "So what if y'all don't like that I ain't for the culture? Because I'm trying to get rid of all of the bullshit that's with the culture, all the victimization." And he listed a lot of things, man. Listen, I took from that, man, you got to be willing to, sometimes you got to break away from the culture and stand on your own ground. Be your own man. And if you believe something and it's valid, stand on it. Then we went to the safari, talking about these young people thinking they got to have it all by the time they're 25. Young people, nobody has it all by the time they're 25. Mm-mm. The guys who really riding around with the stuff you want, who really living a life you think you want to live, most of those guys are 50 years old and been doing whatever they're doing for 20 years. The reward comes from the work, and sometimes it's a long game. So if you ain't making $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 a year, you're 25 years old, that's fine. That is fine. It is studied that the happiness curve for men start going up in the 40s. So that's for the men. The happiness curve start going up in the 40s because that's when we start making our most money. Concentrate on learning. Concentrate on being better. Enjoy the journey. You know, enjoy the journey. And in closing, I know what you see, the black men that you see having the most fun, with the most power, living the best life, getting the most respect are the athletes and the entertainers. What you don't know is a larger group of men that laugh at them. Because the guys like myself, a little older than myself, by the time those guys get our age, they done shot their load. They through. They done. All of that fanciness that they had, they're a joke now. Nobody remembers the guys who were the celebrities when I was your age, young man. Nobody remembers them. If they do remember them, they laughing at them. They making fun of them. That's a flashy lifestyle. Get rid of the flash. Stop worrying about flash and worry about what's real and consistent. And find some older brothers, some older men who enjoy their life and be around them and learn from them. As a black man on my end, I'm going to enjoy my life and continue to build my life better and give you something to aspire to. Thank you, America. Thank you, young man, young woman. I love y'all. Doc, what you got?
Man, you said it all. I can't follow that up, so I'm not even going to try because we you said all the things, man. The only thing I'm gonna end with is, fellas, remember, book study is coming. You want to be a part of that. You want to be there. This is how you make yourself better, so you can make your family better. You can make your sons better. You can make your daughters better, and you can help your community through building yourself. So, 48 Laws of Power, January 2022. Get,
Right.
if you don't have the actual book, get your audio book, sign up for Audible. They got free trial. You can get a book for free, and listen to it while you on the way to work and back. Just do one chapter at a time. If you have trouble with that, let me know. I'll help you get it. We got the big things coming with that. You want to be a part of this, so do that. Furthermore, if you're part of our Facebook group, go ahead and join that. It's a lot of powerful men in that group. A lot of powerful men. Military leaders are in that group. You got educators in that group, truck drivers, entrepreneurs. All of them are in that group. Become a part of that. And then for the selfish plug, go to the YouTube channel and subscribe. We're trying to get the message out there, trying to do some powerful things to help men and boys and families. So help us out. And that's all I got. We love y'all. Sir, you matter. You are important. Hold your head up and believe that. That's it.
Thank y'all for joining us one more time on the Book of Man. Follow myself on Instagram, J Sims the Lion, J Sims _the_lion. Follow Doc on Instagram. Again, subscribe to the YouTube channel. We got a lot of videos there. Tell us what you think. And please join the Facebook group and join the conversation. We love you. We out.
Out later.